friends. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Hello. So today's video, we are doing a Talktorial Tuesday, and we are doing it with the Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse palette. This is obviously Manny MUA's brand. First of all, packaging. Are you kidding? This is basically, I like to call it like the Strawberry Dreams' dark and twisted sister. Like, that's how I feel about this palette. The inside is super cool toned, but still has some nice neutrals to it. I'm honestly specifically very excited to dip into this silver shade because I think it's so pretty, but I also think it would be cool to do kind of a blue-gray halo eye with this silver on top and maybe some blues in there. So we're gonna play around today. It's gonna be a little bit darker than I normally do, which could be kind of fun, or it could be a disaster. You never know with me. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, I am just going to dip into my Neutrogena eyeshadow really quick and just give a nice base. Okay, the first shade I want to go into here is Dusk. That is the shade right here. And I just want to kind of just give a nice little base. So how's everyone doing? I actually was sent this in PR, which is so exciting. Thank you, Manny. I really like the Lunar Beauty formula, and I also really love the way that there's thought put into the packaging. I wasn't super crazy about Life's a Drag when it first came out, but I feel like since Life's a Drag, Manny has taken the sort of criticism that he got from that palette and really put it into the brand and made a very clear aesthetic. I really love when a brand does that, when they're able to establish a clear, like, this is what we are, this is our brand aesthetic. Because, like, I feel like if you look at this without even seeing the Lunar Beauty, you know what this is, which I think is a testament to the brand. How's everyone doing? I'm having a week. I'm gonna go in, let's go in with the shade Smoke. For those of you that don't know, we got a puppy. Her name is Stella, and I am just absolutely in love with her. She's amazing, and she's such a good dog. Her and Oliver get along, well, they scrap, but they get along pretty well for the most part, and they're just the sweetest little things, and I love them so much. But last night I went to go pick her up, and she literally felt like a water balloon. Like, her stomach was so incredibly bloated and looked so bad. Like, she looked, I'm gonna put a picture here, if you know that really fat cat from Cats the Musical, that's what she looked like. And so I was like in a freaking panic, and Charles was like, oh, that's not that big a deal, but then he felt her and he was like, oh crap, like, she's really bloated. So I called, we have a 24-hour animal hospital that's like probably 15 minutes from our house, and I called them because this was like late at night. I called them and I was like, hi, like, should I be worried? And they were like, well, anytime a dog bloats, like, you do want to be a little worried. She's also puking, but that's not that weird for the breed. Our dogs have really sensitive stomachs, like, all of the time. They were like, but anytime an animal bloats, especially puppies, you just want to be sure it's not this, I guess, illness called bloat, that it means like it means their stomach has like flipped and it can kill them in like hours. So they were like, yeah, you should probably bring her in because it could be bloat, and if that's the case, like, we need to do emergency surgery, and it's this whole thing. And I was like weirdly calm. I stay weirdly very calm in situations like that for the most part. I think it's just because I know that if I start panicking, I won't stop. So I have to like keep myself calm. And especially since I didn't know the situation and I wasn't sure what was going on and everything. And she was still acting like okay. Like, she was kind of grumbly, but she's kind of a grumbly girl in general. So I was like, okay, so we're trying to make sure she was okay. And we got to the hospital. They did all these tests and everything. And thank goodness it wasn't bloat, which is so good. It was actually just like a parasite. They said it was like worms or like a parasite. They said she must have eaten a leaf that got in her somehow and it made her really bloated. Luckily it was easier to treat than what could have been bloat, which I guess is like really bad and serious. So luckily it was something we could treat, and luckily it was something that wasn't that bad, and she's feeling a lot better. So that was nice. But you know, just puppy things. I'm sure she ate a leaf at some point when she was outside. I'm gonna dip into Lagoon. But other than that, our weekend was very calm. We've actually we've still been in quarantine. I feel bad with Talktorials right now because, oh my god, this is actually gonna be the last Talktorial of the year. Goodness. Wait, this is the last Talktorial of 2020 because I'm starting Glomus and I'm not gonna do any Talktorials for Glomus. I don't have any planned. I'm just gonna be doing other content. Oh my gosh, should we do something special? Honestly, no. 2020 sucked. We don't need to do anything special. 2020 was so bad. We're not celebrating. I'm really excited. I feel like all I can really talk about is Glomus, I guess, because it's literally all I've been doing. But I feel like I'm so excited for this year. I really hope that you guys like and enjoy kind of what I put together. Coming up with video ideas is difficult, but I think what's more difficult is trying to make things like interesting every time. Obviously, there's some videos planned that are like, they're gonna be duds. Because that's just how it goes when you upload 31 days of videos. Like, not every video is gonna be 100,000 viewed video, but I'm hoping that they're all at least interesting and like fun for people to watch. I actually am really excited because if you've been watching previous years, I'm not blending with anything right now, by the way. This is a clean brush, and I'm just blending out these colors a little bit to make them not as harsh. If you've been watching, I normally do virtual collabs, which is kind of like old school beauty guru, and that's really just because I don't live in a place where I can easily in-person collab with other creators because I don't live in LA. How I've always done it is we have different people and we all pick a similar topic and then we kind of cross promote and do all of that and collaborate that way. And I love doing those, but every year there's always people that give me shit about those. And they're like, these are not real collabs, which is like, fine, that's okay. But this year, you're gonna see a lot more of those because of Corona. So I was doing those socially distanced collabs before it was cool. Would it be cool to do like a maroon on the lower lash? Would that be kind of fun? Or like a nude color? I'm gonna go in with Sandstorm. I kind of like that. But I've been kind of in my filming and editing cave the past few weeks. Basically, I wake up and I edit while Charles is at work, which he works from home right now. He's a teacher. So I sit in the living room with the dogs and I watch them and I edit while he works. And then as soon as he's done working, he takes the dogs and I come up here and film. For like 6 hours. And that's how we're getting through Glomus. This year I really wanted to learn from my mistakes of Glomus past, and I wanted to actually have stuff pre-filmed. Not that I haven't pre-filmed in the past. I'm gonna go in with Earthbender, this sort of maroon shade here. Not that I didn't pre-film in the past, but I always was never pre-filmed enough. So this year, I'm really trying to be as prepared as possible and pre-filmed as possible. And I think I've been successful in that. We'll see. Who knows? I'm gonna go in with this beautiful silver shade. I'm so excited about this. The second I saw this palette, that was the shade oh my god. Are you kidding? I love that. I'm gonna take a little bit of my NYX glitter primer and just dab it onto the middle of my lid. Applying a bit of a wet, like sticky base for glitters, especially on looks like this, are really helpful. And you want glitter to only be in one place, because I find when I try to do these types of looks, sometimes glitter sort of goes everywhere and covers the mattes. Whereas if I put a sticky base down in only the places I really want the shimmer, that will kind of help me out. I love a true silver. There's nothing better. No fallout really. There's like one little speck of silver, not any real fallout, which is nice because this definitely has some bigger chunks in it. But I think that's just to make it hyper metallic. What do we think? Ooh, this is like so pretty. This is exactly what I wanted out of the silver. I'm also gonna go into Meteor. And actually, I think I'm gonna go into Deep Sea, kind of blue. Oh, I love that. I'm just gonna pat that on each edge. This is definitely less of a like shimmer and a little bit more of a metallic blue. I do almost wish that like this blue was the same formula as these, where it had that like high metallic shine. Still is really pretty color payoff though. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Lagoon a wee bit just to really make this outer and inner corner matte and like pigmented. I also kind of want to take Flare, this like light pink color, and let's go in the inner corner with that. Wow, I love how like I feel like every time I close my eyes and I see it in the mirror, it's like wow, super pretty mix of the blues. Not a lot of fallout with those shimmers either, which makes me very happy. Definitely a little fallout here, but definitely not too bad for how high shine they are. Okay, let's put on lashes and then we'll do our mandatory narcissistic montage and then we'll be done. I would like to also reflect quickly. Just want to say quickly before we end this, I am just so, I'm gonna get a little sappy. Sorry. I'm very like, excited for 2021, and I know I'm probably going to talk about my kind of goals in Glomus, and I'm sure I'm gonna make like somewhat of a New Year's resolution video or something of the sort. But I also just want to say to the people that kind of watch my Talktorials, because I feel like there's a core group of people who really have watched these every week, and it's just, I like recognize your names in the comments, like people who are just kind of there for these. I really appreciate it. When I started doing Talktorials, I felt so fortunate if they would hit like 800 views. Because they were always the worst performing on my channel, because, you know, it's just me doing makeup, like, you know, talking about stuff. And the fact that they've gone so well, especially this year, and people have really just liked them this year, and they've performed so well, is just such a amazing feeling, because I love making these. Like, I love just putting on makeup and talking to you guys. I always love that. This is like my favorite comment section to read every week, is the Talktorial comment section, because it's always just like people talking about their weeks and people giving support to other people and talking about makeup. Like, just such a fun place to be. And I really appreciate that you guys have liked these, and I'm excited to keep doing them. These videos are such a fun way for me to get to like just play with makeup once a week, and I just appreciate that so much as somebody who really wants to continue to do. I'm gonna use the Lunar Beauty highlighter, just pay a little go for it. Somebody who wants to keep being able to do makeup and commentary, the fact that these videos are so supported is amazing. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for such a fun year of Talktorials. I can't wait to do more in 2021. Feels so weird that this year is almost over. I might actually use this. Okay, and with that, I believe, and with that, I think we're done. Let's do a lipstick. I never know what lipstick to do with a dark eye look. Okay, I just threw on like a cool tone nude, which is this, but the Safiya lipstick in Bikini Bottom with Colourpop, threw that on. I think this look is done. Let's do our mandatory narcissistic montage, and then we'll be done with our last Talktorial of 2020. Hey Siri, play Fuck 2020 on Apple Music.
F 2020 by Avenue Beat now playing on Apple Music.
It's a good way to end Talktorial. As far as this palette goes, really impressed. The silver performed absolutely beautifully. Flare also did in the inner corner, and these shimmers all look very similar to this one. The mattes were super easy to blend out. The shimmers looked gorgeous on the lid. I mean, everything went really well. It was super easy to use, fun to use. I also love that you could definitely make different looks with this. Like, you could easily create something that's a little bit more neutral and warm toned with these, with maybe like, you know, desert sky and flare, but you also have these really fun blue cool tones at the bottom. You can kind of mix things up. So in that sense, I like that it's a little bit more of a versatile palette. I love that this palette is very much on trend right now. I feel like a lot of people are wanting more like grungy cool toned colors, and I think this absolutely would fit the bill for that. I like, though, again, that it's not too much cool tone. I don't love palettes that are like all black and white. I prefer ones like this where it has options to be warmer or cooler. So overall, I really like this. I think if you're interested in the color story, the formula is awesome. I will say I would make sure you use somewhat of a sticky base for some of these shimmers. Like, I use the NYX glitter glue, just because you can tell they are a little bit chunky, but because they are so metallic, I actually don't mind that they're a tiny bit chunky. I think that makes them hyper metallic, which I appreciate. So overall, I would say yes, I liked this palette. I'm excited to play around with it more and do some more kind of like grungy, cool toned looks. I will say, though, I might be biased because I really like Manny. Speaking of Manny, though, you might get to see him on the channel very soon. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I put on my face, including this palette, will be linked down below, along with links to the Georgia Senate runoff races that are happening on January 5th. Super important. Stay informed, stay involved. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!